This lawsuit was filed in April on behalf of KSP Sergeant Vicki Day. It makes several claims, including that Kentucky State Police violated Kentucky's Whistleblower Act.
This all started with a trip to El Paso, Texas last year from June the 5th to June the 8th.
Sergeant Day's attorney, Thomas Clay, says concerns were raised about some of the things that happened on that trip to Texas. According to the lawsuit, in November of 2022, Sergeant Day made a protected disclosure to Justice and Public Safety Cabinet investigator Kat Reed about illegal and perhaps criminal violations regarding the trip. In the suit, Sergeant Day alleges the trip had no legitimate law enforcement justification.
It was ostensibly for training for these individuals who flew down to El Paso. But as far as we've been able to ascertain, there was no training conducted.
Sergeant Day also alleges the trip was funded illegally with money from a federal grant.
It's my understanding it came for a grant that was awarded to KSP for drug training, and there are real questions about whether that grant money was spent properly or not.
Clay says 4 KSP command staff members and 4 female civilian employees went on the trip. According to the suit, the trip cost approximately $26,000.
There's been, in my view, retaliation against Sergeant Day for raising concerns about what happened on that trip and the fact that there were irregularities in the funding of that trip, what the purpose of the trip was.
The suit claims KSP retaliated against Sergeant Day by proposing to discipline her with 2 Class C violations, which are currently pending, and argues that KSP's attempt to silence Sergeant Day appears to violate Kentucky state law. In a statement to WKYT, Communications Director for the Justice and Public Safety Cabinet, Morgan Hall, said, quote, "The 2022 training in El Paso was for legitimate law enforcement purposes. KSP does not retaliate against employees for raising concerns or reporting misconduct." In an answer filed in Sergeant Day's case, KSP denied the allegations and asked for the lawsuit to be dismissed.